Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Beauty on a Budget. My name is Heather and today is Friday, May 16th of 2025. So I do my weekly cleaning schedule thing I like to do. I give myself like cleaning Monday through Thursday, and then Friday is an option for catch up or any extra things. And then Saturday, Sunday, I'm not really doing any cleaning. Now I would be working on my basement, which I'm filming myself clearing out my basement like I've done to every other area of my house, except Wednesday, late morning, early afternoon, I was helping my daughter clear out some stuff in her storage unit, and I tripped and I fell. I smashed knee first onto the concrete. And so yesterday I did nothing. I was just on the couch, just laying on the couch. I couldn't move my knee. It's been so swollen. This morning, it was like 7 o'clock this morning when I woke up, and I'm like, the swelling was gone. So my knee's been swollen, like since like Wednesday afternoon. So I thought, can't really do stairs. It hurts so much to walk up and down the stairs. Luckily, it's my left knee, so I can still drive, but it still hurts to have my knee in that bent position to drive. So I thought, what can I do for cleaning? I was just sitting in my car. I'm like, my car needs to be cleaned. I'm going to clean my car today. So started with was I just drove my husband to work. So I grabbed everything that was in the car. This is actually, majority of the stuff is from the little center console and the glove box of my car. So I thought I'll start with that because I can bring the stuff in the house, go through. There's a lot of coupons. I gotta see if they're expired, if we're gonna use them. See if there's any garbage in here, an old receipts, wires. Like I had 4 kids, so I always kept extra charger stuff in the car so they can always charge their electronics in the car. I don't think I need half of them anymore. So I have no idea what's in my car. So I'll start with in the car doors. This is the items that were in the car doors. So every door, I keep an umbrella. Dollarama, the umbrellas are now up to $3.75 for these little ones. They do have some of the other ones, the long handle ones that might be under $2. But I like these ones. They're small. They have the little thing here. This one's got to put back in because I used it the other day when it was raining. Actually, I'll do that later. So every door has an umbrella. And then the back seat where there is no umbrella, there's still cup holders. So I do keep an umbrella in the back in the cup holder. So I usually have about 6 umbrellas in my car. I've got 5. My daughter grabbed one. Yeah, so I've got these extra umbrellas for my car. And then for myself, I have my water bottle. No surprise, it's the Starbucks. I got this a couple of years ago. I hardly ever use it. I usually just, this is just in the car just for me if I'm out and I just need something to drink. Versus, like sometimes you just don't want to spend money, but just always keep the water bottle. I'm going to say I know I've never actually used this water bottle. Maybe once. But that's just the wear and tear from sitting in my car, in the car door. Okay, so now that is those. So now this is going to be everything else. So I'm going to say I do have a mini first aid kit. I will be going through this because one of the bottles leaked. And I know it's either the rubbing alcohol or the peroxide. One of them is empty. I also thought this is a good time just to go through and just see what is in here because my daughter and me, we both had to use Band-Aids. Yeah, I scraped my hand. She scraped herself. So we'll just go through more garbage. That's because I said I just bought the umbrellas just the other day. Paper napkins from fast food restaurants. I'm going to throw these out or put them in recycling just because they've been in the car. I'm going to say I honestly cannot remember the last time I went through the Dairy Queen drive-thru, but the napkins have stuff spilt on them. So I'm going to not put these back in the car. I've got the eyeglass cleaners. I do love these. So just open it up here. And they come in double packs. I just keep these in the car. They're really great. They help for cleaning, my glasses, my daughter, her glasses. I also find they work good for wiping off the rear view mirror because, fingerprints, when I'm getting up there just touching, to open and close my garage door, I might bump the mirror. Just in the mirror, you get fingerprints on it. I also have this visor that I bought. It's 2 visors in one. So one is a clear one and one's a yellow one. They are polarized, and it's helped to keep the glare of different things. So I've got the basic white one is daytime driving, and then the yellow one is for blizzards or fog or nighttime driving. It really cuts down the glare, and I find these actually really help well to clean them when I need to. Plastic spoons. The Sage Wellness, these are the little things. What are they? They are the refills. The aromatherapy diffuser refills. This is the refill for my little air freshener that I keep in my car. See, got another box of those lens wipes. I also have a couple pouches of juice crystals for myself, flavored. I think this one's blue raspberry. I think this one may be an orange. But these are for just me, for when I'm, just out and just grab a bottle of water and I can add flavoring to it. These gloves, I haven't seen these for a while. These are my special. They are the Tommy Copper gloves that I like to wear when my hands are sore, when I'm doing a lot of repetitive work. I forgot, for some reason they're in the car. I must have wore them when I was helping my daughter move. My winter gloves, I always keep a spare pair in the car. When my kids were little, I used to keep extra gloves for each one of them as well. But now I just keep for myself. I actually have like packs of Kleenexes. Let's see, here's some of the chargers that I was saying. I now have only 2 that I keep in the car, one for me, one for my daughter. But I'm going to test them to see if they work, because I know one of them was not working properly. And then I've got a whole bunch of coupons and flyers, so I got to go through and check those. More coupons, more napkins. Oh, I've got a little notebook here. There's one little thing written in it. Two things written in it that are not important anymore. But no, this little notebook and a pencil. And I was told, and never in an accident or see an accident, I always have a notebook and pencil so you can write things down. So it just stays in the car. More napkins, lots of straw, chopsticks. You can see what type of fast food places we go to. If in my car I have chopsticks. We love sushi. Okay, I've got air freshener, which is now empty, so that's taking up room. A little bit of the pure hand cleanser. This was an eyeglass cleaner, but like I said, these just go so fast. This bottle's empty. Got my hand lotion. I have my little, this is lemongrass. This is what I use on these for air fresheners in my car. So, business cards. A bottle of perfume that's almost empty, so I'll probably not put that one back in. Got the scoop for my juice crystals, a straw, and then these are air fresheners. So I do like to keep, unused air fresheners in my car too. I just thought it was a good place to keep them. So I got my Betty Boop air freshener. I have Marge Simpson air fresheners somewhere too. I don't know where they are. More eyeglass cleaners, more Kleenex, store flyers, grocery lists, some makeup. I've got these air fresheners. These are from Bath and Body Works. So I have about 3 of these air freshener clip-on things in my car. I got more business cards, a little magnifier, Um, Smudge cleaner, fingerprint remover, so it's has the spray with the cleanser in it, and it's got the little claws to help keep your car clean. I used to have so many of these when my kids were little. I was actually surprised that when I opened up my glove box, I found 2 of them. This one sounds empty. This one still got stuff. So I will test those and see if I'm going to put those back in my car. They were handy when I had little kids. Wet wipes, soy sauce, straw, spoon, soy sauce, a nice pen. I'll put back in the car. One of these little coffee sleeves. I used to have stacks of these. I can't say the number of times going through the drive-through, and especially when I was with my kids, and they wouldn't put sleeves on every cup. I don't know why. So I always kept extra sleeves. Now, this one feels all wet. I think something just spilt on it now, because I don't think it was wet when I put it in here. I don't know. But well, it smells like cleaner. But I used to have, I always found it funny because I always kept the Starbucks ones, and I ended up putting them on my kids. Their hot chocolate would be from Tim Hortons, and they'd have a Tim Hortons cup of hot chocolate. It's a red cup with the, sleeve of Starbucks. I always thought it was funny. Receipts, keys, coin purse, more makeup, my eyeglass repair kit, eyeglass little cloth. That is so dirty. I don't even know if I can get that clean anymore. I will try. More air freshener, coupon, another pack of soy sauce, and a little mini manicure set. I think that is, and a little compact brush and mirror. So I'm just going to go through this stuff, figure out what's going back in the car, what is garbage, and then I'll be back and I'll be outside because I got to vacuum the inside of my car next. Right, so it's taken me a little while, but I've got all my mats vacuumed and put back in place. Just sitting here in the middle seat, so you can see I vacuumed the best I can with the shop vac without all those other attachments. Actually, it'd be hard to see the back. I don't know, might be just angle hard to see. Yeah, see, I did an okay job I'll have to be back tomorrow to finish the inside and the exterior. Yeah, I was looking in the garage. I cannot find the garden hose, and I cannot find the cleaners, and I can't find my other small vacuum that I like to use in the car, like all the little mini crevices. All I have right now is the shop vac, and you know, the hose on that is quite wide. Even the attachments for it are just, you know, not working for, you know, cleaning the car out. But I did get the all cleared out. There's not much of, there's like no junk in there now. And same with my center console. I got it all nice and organized. And it has this double one, so that's all nice and organized. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow to dust and stuff in here, but I just can't find my cleaner tonight. If I can't find it, or my husband can't find it, I guess I will trip to the dollar store tomorrow to buy the cleaning products. And again, the hose, I don't see it. Not in the garage. It's probably, my husband probably has it either in one of the sheds or under the deck, so I can't pull it out. But I'll be back tomorrow to finish cleaning my car. Alright, so like I said, I'm done with the car for today, but I have this stack of reusable bags that I had in the basket by my front door that had to go back to the car. And then I was cleaning the basement earlier this week, and I have either emptied or found these empty. So this whole bag here is empty bags, and I have a few other empty shopping bags. So I'm going to go through these and decide if it's something that I keep in the car or not. I'm going to say, you know, like, I love these ones. I bought these ones. They have the little hooks here. They work really good with the Walmart shopping carts. They don't work so good with the Superstore shopping carts. But I like these in the car. And I've got this one here. It folds up with a little handle. It's just the perfect size. I can just grab when I need to get, you know, groceries. And then these are the ones that I'm probably just going to leave in the garage because they are handy bags to have around, like the store ones. Like, this is from Forever 21, and I got a bunch of these from Dollarama. So I'm just going to go through all these bags. I probably have gift bags in here that will not be, you know, they don't go to either pile, but I think some of them I just gotten put in here. So like these type of, you know, this one here says Can-R, so it was when we were buying our rocks. And then like this little one here, it comes in its little pouch. This one I've had forever. These little ones, I used to keep them attached to the strollers all the time. Out with the kids, just, they can, you know, extra clothing, they can take their, you know, stuff off. Wet clothing, you know, it's handy to have these. So I've got lots of these. These ones I like to keep in the car. But like I said, I just have so many of these. And then what happens is I forget to bring these into the car, or we were using them to move. And so they're full of stuff. So anytime I went shopping, I had to buy more bags. And I'm just going to double check that there is nothing in these. And I'll probably wash these. Like, that is the one thing that I know people don't realize is these bags like this can be washed. You just put them in on a cold tap water cycle on like a delicate, or there's another setting I have, I can't think of it, but like that delicate or a light load or a short cycle or something, and you do not put these in the dryer. So though I have thrown some of these in the dryer, try not to. Yeah, so I'll probably just find all these ones, put them, and just keep them in the garage for other things. So I'm just gonna go through these, and I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow when I'm actually doing the inside of my car. Right, welcome back. It's Tuesday morning, because I was starting to do the car, I believe that was Friday, and then just so busy over the weekend. I had fell on Wednesday, so my knee was just so swollen and just so bruised that I couldn't really do too much. But I'm back here with my finishing cleaning my car. I had to go. Actually, the other thing was I had to ask my husband where the car stuff was, and I'm gonna do this. He said, on one of these shelves. So this is just the shelves in the garage. I'm like, that wasn't very helpful. So I've just spent the last like 20 minutes in my garage looking for the car stuff. I found it. I had to go through just everything on this one shelf to find the cleaning stuff for the car. This stuff is in multiple boxes, so still have to, you know, organize the garage a little bit better. But got all the car cleaning products that I use. So far I have not found the actual detergent, the soap stuff, or for the tires. So I might actually be out of those two products. That was one thing, is I was trying to use up cleaning products so we wouldn't have to move so much. But in here, you know, I've got like, this is just, I don't know what this got washed with or what is on here. So I use this one for the car. It is a nice microfiber cleaning rag. Like I said, my husband used it to wipe something, and so now it's, whatever this is, grease, tar, whatever. This one I just use for outside, for the outside of my car. I use this one specifically just for the wheels. And then I have a couple different squeegees. This one here, I mean, I got this one at Salvation Army. The roller is plastic and it dries out, and it's hard to use when it's not wet. But as soon as it gets wet, this roller gets really soft and it's really easy to clean the car. And then of course I got my little mini window squeegee. I don't know if I got this from the dollar store or like a secondhand shop. I don't remember, but you know, I find it's a good size. The dollar stores do sell little mini things like this for cleaning windows. It works really good, and this size actually makes it easier to clean inside the windows as well. This bag, I didn't know what was in here. This is funny. This bag has not been touched in a long time, and this used to be in my car, and I think I'll put it back in because it is everything for my car. I don't know, you know, kind of what this is. So it says it's the license plate stuff, and it's got the different things in here. So it has the tow hook and antenna, headphones, case, battery, DVD remote. So I'm just gonna put this back in the little compartment in my hatch. And then for cleaning, I have this one, this Armor All leather cleaner. And I have the Rain Max. This is the interior glass anti-fog. And it does really work. I think these are both from Dollar Tree. And then I do have this one here. And this was from one of the dollar stores as well. And it's the windshield and window de-icer. So it actually works in the winter. It helps get all the ice off. And I usually just keep this one in the garage in case, you know, the car gets, you know, locked out. I do have a small one of that, the de-icer for the car lock. And that one in the winter I keep in my purse. I'm not sure where it is at the moment. Then I have this little vacuum. I find this one was really good when all my kids were using the car. And so it just plugs in to anywhere in the car, and so the kids could always vacuum. It definitely needs a good clean. And then just some other cleaning cloths in here that I use for cleaning the car. And just a stack of funnels. And then I did find the antlers and the red nose for Christmas. And, oh, a laptop bag strap. Okay, so and then our hose will not reach out into the garage. So I'm just going to go grab some buckets. I'm just going to grab the bucket from inside, fill it up with warm water to finish cleaning the outside. You can see it is raining today, so my car is looking a lot better than it was. So I will be back as soon as I get a bucket of warm water so I can actually wash the outside of the car, and I'm just going to run inside and grab a couple of the cleaners that I need to deal with inside, because what I noticed, not so much on my side of the car, because I don't touch this, but this fabric part here, there are fingerprints and things right there, but it's really noticeable in the very, very back and around, like where people reach for the seatbelt. You can just see, all of this. So I'm gonna go and grab the Resolve carpet cleaner spray I have, and that usually works pretty good to get this nice and clean. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, so I'm going to start with the outside of my car. I don't have any running water. I can't get the hose to reach into the car, and it's raining, so I just don't want to have everything open. I don't want to stand outside in the rain to wash my car. So I'm just going to use just a bucket and stuff. So I'm going to start with the windows and the headlights. This is for the windows, and that's for the headlights. Now I'm going to use this on the headlights too, just to see, because it's been a while since they've been, washed. And then it's raining, and so all this mud and stuff has come across here. That, and then I will do the best I can on the windshield. With this little one, I won't be able to reach completely the whole windshield, but I can clean enough where it's not going to look quite so bad. Oops. And then I'm using the wrong side of the squeegee. This. It is a little streaky. I can't reach my windshield. My husband usually does the windshield for me. So, and I usually find if I make it really streaky on his side, he will do the whole window for me. I can do the whole back window, and I can do all the other windows unless I get a ladder. That's the only way I can reach and do the sunroof and moonroof as well, is with a ladder. I'm not doing that today. So I'm just going to go around and just wipe off all my windows and the headlights. And I can already see, actually how, get in here so you can just see how foggy that is. Right here, all this. So that's what I use this. Might as well just, standing here, might as well just use a little bit of this too. And then got the cloth. Oh, it looks so much better than it did. I'm going to need some more, scrubbing on there, but that just, I will say, it definitely is a huge improvement from the way it was looking. Leaving this is supposed to be, it says this windshield and window de-icer. It says it melts frost and ice from windshields, windows, and mirrors. Removes salt and grime for a streak-free windshield, and it prevents windows from fogging. So spray a little bit of this on here and just see if this kind of gets some more of this stuff off. Yeah, that's looking so much better now. Just gonna need, a few minutes of good scrubbing. But yeah, that definitely looks so much better. So I'm just gonna go walk around the outside of the car and just do the headlights, taillights, and the mirrors and the windows, and then I will be right back. So this is the back of my car. I have these stickers on here. They've been on for so long. I think I'm ready to let them go. I mean, look at how bad these are. Scrape them off. So I think I'm going to run in the house and grab my little scraper and remove these. I was looking at a few ideas and things on how to remove these stickers that have been on the car forever. My car is a 2013, so these stickers have been on here like I know a couple of these have been replaced. I think these ones here have been replaced once, maybe twice since they've been on. These ones have been replaced multiple times. And then up along here, we've got all the pet paw prints. And then we've got, there was 2 dogs and a couple cats on here. Can't even see them anymore. So I'm going to scrape them off today. Now, one of the things that said was WD-40. So I'm going to go grab the WD-40 and I'm going to test that first on just one of these ones here that's almost gone before I, spray my whole windshield with WD-40 in case it doesn't work. So I will be back with the WD-40. Okay, so I did spray that with some WD-40. Just trying to grab and the little scraper, and it is kind of coming off, but it's going to take a lot of work to get all this residue off. Like I said, there was I don't want to scratch my window either, but see, come from a different angle, I can still see that it is there. There's a partial paw print that was here that's completely gone, and now I've got this one. So the WD-40, oh, and I also grabbed the Goo Gone, so I kind of put some Goo Gone on here as well. And let the WD-40 and the Goo Gone sit for a minute, and then started scraping. So yes, it will work. It's just with the number of stickers that are on here at the moment, I don't think I feel like spending this amount of time doing this today. But yeah, it will work. So it was a combination of the WD-40, the Goo Gone, and this little scraper. That will definitely take quite a while to get all of these off. I mean, that was just getting 2 paw prints that were almost gone. And then I've got like 3 cats and 2 dogs over here. I know they're almost gone. And then I've got a whole bunch of the footprint and then the 6 people. So that is definitely going to take some time to do that, to scrape those off. Because I've got enough cleaning to do today that is not a priority today, but I was just curious if it would work. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to washing off the rest of my windshield here because I thought I was working on this one. I thought I would just kind of see how well those things worked. So I'll be back when I get the rest of this done, and then I'm just going to wipe off my car. Looks okay. The windshields are, my windows are a little streaky. I don't quite have the right window cleaner. That is fine. My little squeegee, the rubber is kind of coming, it's kind of damaged. It's really old, just from the dollar store. So I'm not expecting my car to be perfect, especially with no running water. And so I'm just going to take a damp towel and just dry off my side of my car, and then I will be back to do the inside of the car when I get the whole exterior finished. Right, so I kind of changed my mind. I said I wasn't going to do this, but after seeing, without some of these stickers up here on the back windshield. I'm really liking the look without anything. These have been on my car since I got it, so August of 2013. So sprayed, just giving everything its time. Just going across, getting each one of these stickers off the back windshield. 12 years of having these on. Kids have moved on, pets are, we don't have 3 cats and 2 dogs anymore, so it's just, I just think it's just time to remove these. I'm still going to put some stickers on the back window because I want to be able to see my car, but I think it's time for a change. So it's not taking too long. It's these ones here that I think might take a little longer than the paw prints, but I've got a few more paw prints to do. And then I guess I'll be back when I get everything off. Let's just see how easy it is to get these ones off. Yeah, see. Just work in a small section, just kind of. Okay. So I'm just going to see what time it is. It's 2:34. So I will be back and let you know how long it took to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 paw prints and 6 people off. Okay, so it's about 2:42. So it's taking me about 10 minutes to scrape all of this off. I'm just making sure that there's no more residue and all these little sticky bits here. But yeah, the back of my windshield looks completely different now. And like I said, I'm just going to, oh, didn't mean to throw the razor blade. Just going to wipe this off, and then I'm going to grab the Goo Gone and go over because there is some sticky residue. And there are a few spots where like I can see where they used to be. I can dry this. This rag is wet now. But I can kind of see outlines as where they used to be. Look at that, I've missed. But I'm just gonna continue doing this, clean off the rest of my back windshield, and then I'm gonna start cleaning the inside. Oh, just dripping over the bottle of WD-40 now. So I'm just gonna finish wiping this off, and then like I said, I will be doing the interior, so I'll be using the leather cleaner on my seats and the door inside of the doors and the whole dashboard. So I'll be back very soon. Right, so to clean the interior of my car, I'm just going to use this Armor All Leather Care cleaner. I'm just going to make a good shake. And I have a actual leather chamois. These I got at the dollar store. I don't remember if this was from Dollar Tree or Dollarama, but I cut it up into smaller pieces, easier to work with. Oops, I'm just going to give this a good shake and get it open. And for this, it says you can spray either directly on or onto a cloth. So I'm going to actually just pour this onto a cloth and then start cleaning. Like this. So I've got Just pinched my finger. Like I said, now I've got this seat done. I'm gonna kind of get in here down the side of the console and do the top of the console. I'm just gonna wipe the dashboard and stuff as well. So you can kind of see where I've shined it up versus where I haven't. I'm just going to continue to clean the inside of my car, same way, just doing the seats. So there's 7 seats, and then the whole front console, and then there's a center console in the front seat. And then I'm going to do this next part. Oh, I really hurt my finger and I got it pinched. Okay, like I said, all this stuff up here where people touch their hands, it's hard to see, but yeah, you can, if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that there's dirt and stuff there. And on this side, like I said, this is the passenger side, so I'm always surprised of how dirty this side of my car gets. I don't know why this is, somebody pulled on this getting in the car. Yeah, but so to clean that, I am going to use this carpet cleaner. I find this stuff works really good on this upholstery in the car. So it kind of does have a carpet feel to it. I just bought this, so I'm just gonna test it to make sure it's, give it a couple pumps. There we go, there. And just spray wherever I think it really needs it. And this stuff says to sit and let it sit for 5 minutes. So I'm just going to spray the entire cloth interior, I guess the roof, whatever, of the car with this, and then wipe down the seats, and then I will be back to show you, should be, the car should be clean. Okay, so I've got all the seats all wiped down, the center console wiped down, the dashboard, everything all wiped down. Now step out here, you can just, the carpets need to be done. The doors, they've got stuff and it needs really good time to spray the stuff, give it a good scrub. I'm not doing detailing today. Today was just about cleaning out my car and just getting it, up to, cleanliness level without, without doing too much work. It all looks good. I mean, I even did this, the roof part. I've got a few places here that I sprayed some more, letting it soak in. But around the doors, I'll check it to the other side, but where the handprints were, I think for the most part, I've got them all pretty well off. If not, the next time I do it, I can, let the product sit a little longer, scrub a little more. But yeah, so there's this. I'll just walk around to the other side of the car and just kind of show you. And there's the back hatch. See, this was all coated in stuff. It's now kind of gone. Around, I said, people reaching for seat belts, all those fingerprints are gone. Opening up the door, you can see I was working on some of the doors. Like I said, I don't have a lot of cleaner and I don't have any little scrub brushes, the kind I use in the car, but you can definitely see the improvement inside when you open up the doors. The seats are now clean and shiny. The seat belts are all back in their right position because sometimes they get tangled and looped around. Although I think this one might be backwards still. I think this might be the one that's still looped backwards. I will have to double check, but it looks so much better. I did do a quick vacuum, but it needs a lot better vacuuming. It needs a better, like a detailing job. But this was just, the car needed some care after a long winter of me using the car to move and then all our renovation stuff. So it just really needed some attention. So all this is all nice and shiny. I didn't put a new air freshener up. I will do that as soon as I get back to the other side so I can reach that. So yeah, like I said, from here you can see the roof a little bit better, how much cleaner it looks. All around the passenger side is all done. My side, I never used the cloth visor. I use this other visor system, so it's got the two visors. It's clipped up in place. I don't want to disturb it because it's a pain when it falls to get it back up. There. This is all done. I'll shut my hatch now. And I'll shut all the doors because everything. I'll put my daughter's jacket back in the car. There. There we go. So that's all done. Like I said, this door, a couple of the doors just need a really good scrub. The carpeting needs a good scrub. But like I said, around here, I'll step in and you can just see how much cleaner the ceiling part is. There's a few places where there's still some fingerprints in places, and I did spray again, and I will just let that dry, and then, just over time should be able to get more of this off. Sorry, I had to sneeze, but no, I've got one last, it's my very last Betty Boop air freshener. And it smells like vanilla, so I'll take this one, put this one up, I'll take this one down. If I can. There we go. The picture is different. It might be red, but the picture is different. So, there. This pack of 3 I've had for a long time. Got it at a secondhand store. I don't remember if it was Value Village or Salvation Army. I honestly don't remember. It has a copyrighted 2005. I got these in like 14 or 15, something like that. So it was a pack of 3. Had 2 red and 1 black. So I'm just gonna put these. I'm just gonna leave this in here. It's usually what I do. When I take it from there, I stick it in the glove box and it will kind of make the glove compartment smell nice. So now there's nothing in here like there was. I just have my instruction booklet stuff for my car. Then back here I have the little first aid kit, a pack of paper towel. And then in this part here, I've got my insurance stuff. I have that thing. And this, even though I never use it, somebody said it's important to always keep one of these in the car. It is the thing to test the tires, tire gauge, that's what it's called. So that's all that I have in there. I can get this to close. And so just do this. So, and then in the glove box, actually I'm going to do it easier on the glove box. So right here, I've got Kleenex, little nail kit, wires, more of those little things for my Sage cleaner. I've got some hand cream, and I've got some juice crystals. And I do have my pair of winter gloves down there. It's just an extra pair I just like to keep in the car year round. And then up here I've got coupons, and then like change, little cart coin, notebook, pens, pencils, a few little, like toiletry items. So that is all that's in there now. Then in each door it has an umbrella. And in my door I have an umbrella and my water bottle. So there is like nothing left in my car. There's no extra items in my car. Actually, I'll go back to the hatch because there is stuff that I keep back there. Alright, so Back here, I just have a little blanket, the snow scraper, and then a bag full of reusable shopping bags. And that is it. So my car is done. It's been taking me, quite a few days to get this done. Like I said, there is still dirt in places. I'm not worried about that. It wasn't even about getting the car in perfect condition. It was just getting all the extra dirt and stuff off. Like I said, the wheels need to be done. I don't have the right cleaner to do that. I don't have any chrome cleaner, and I don't have any wax or polishing for the outside of the car either at the moment. So that will all be when I get the hose hooked up and I'll be outside on the driveway on a nice sunny day, on a hot day, where I can take my time and I can really scrub the outside of the car top to bottom. In the garage on a raining weekend, I don't know, this whole week has been raining for like 5 days, 6 days, something like that now. So that's just how many days I've just been out here working a little bit here and there, on and off, getting the car done between everything else I have to do. So it is a long process to clean the car, but that's fine. I'll just, that I had used doing this. So I've got this Resolve carpet cleaner. I was using this windshield and window de-icer. Not so much because it de-ices, but just so much as I don't have any glass cleaner for out here in the car. Then I have this leather care one, and then these are the other extra things, the WD-40, the Goo Gun, and the scraper to get the decals off. And then I have different cleaning cloths I was using, and then I have this one here, it's a little squeegee, and I have this little squeegee, which you can see it. I do need to get a new one. It's on my list of things to get. Oh, and I did use a little bit of this anti-fog Rain-X. I gotta put that up there because it's got to get put up on the shelf. Oops, I gotta put that back in my car. And I do want to get this all cleaned and get this in my car. I do love actually having this in my car for when little things get spilt, when the kids eat in the car or whatever and they spill, then we can just clean it quickly. Then this is just more cleaning cloths. Okay, these can get put up on the shelf. That's just extra funnels, things like that. So yeah, yes, I am done cleaning my car for today. Also, next time I do a video on my car, I will, because I had that last time I cleaned it, people were somebody was asking a few questions, like they wanted to hear the engine, they wanted to know stuff about the engine, how it sounds when it's running. So like I said, on a nice summer day when I do wash it, I will go over all the kind of specs or whatever on my car. That would also give me time to refresh, because I have not talked about any of the specs on my car for so many years that I believe it's a V8 engine. I really think it is a V8 engine. No. I know my wheels are the extra size up. I think they're like 21 inches or 22, whatever it is, something like that. I don't remember. All of a sudden I can't remember. But yeah, I've got the larger rims. That was important, so I can go over the whole story of how we ended up with this vehicle and all the features that this vehicle has. For its age, it is extremely low mileage, saying that it is like 12 years old. I'm 131 something kilometers, almost 132,000 kilometers, something like that. So when I bought it, it was the showroom model. It had 107 kilometers. So in 12 years, you can figure out that I don't drive much. So between just a little over 10,000 kilometers a year is what I drive. So I'm just going to say thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my channel and watches my videos, and I will see you in the next ones. Bye.